In September, a new law went into effect that means you can get fined for having a fake service dog. This morning, Alex Price, owner of Houston's Dog Training Elite, joins us to talk about what you need to know. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, we have done so many stories through the years of people trying to get a pet hamster on a plane, calling it a service animal, and we know that it just sort of got abused, right?
Absolutely.
So is that why this came into law?
That, and for safety reasons. There were a lot of dogs who were passed off as service dogs who actually had incidents where they were injuring other people or other dogs. This was also a safety issue where there were unstable dogs going out into public faked as a service animal.
Why is that important for people to not do that, and how does it hurt people who do have a legitimate service dog that could potentially save their life?
Absolutely. So it's that safety issue where that unstable dog could injure a real working dog, which could ruin their working life, where they may not be stable enough to go back because they are now anxious of another dog attacking them. And then also, if a unstable dog goes into a store and causes a scene, well, that owner may be apprehensive to let real service dogs in there because of past incidences.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. And when we see a service dog, a true one like what you've got here, I mean, talking about obedient and tuned into you, you're not going to see that drama because it takes a lot of training to get them to behave this way, doesn't it?
It sure does. It can take anywhere for a few months to multiple years, depending on what we want to train that dog to help us with.
And look, he's just watching you so intently. And I mean, they can tell so much about the human body, can't they? What are some things that really make a difference for people?
So the diabetic alert, that's a very big one where the dogs can actually beat the glucose machines up to about 30 minutes before the machine's going to tell you that you have a problem. They can also sense allergens. She's also going to alert me of blood pressure, heart rate. So you might see her kind of indicate, hey, you're on live TV, your heart rate's a little elevated. Mobility assistance, obviously guide dogs are all very important things.
I feel like we've all learned through the years, because they have become more distinct in different communities, that when they have a service dog vet or service dog vest on, we have to be very careful not to pet them, respect the dog, respect the person they're with, right? I mean, it's very important to do that and not to be petting them because they're working.
They are working. We don't want them distracted.
Yeah.
If they're distracted by being loved on by other people, well, they may miss that glucose. They may miss the body cue telling us that, hey, maybe we have a seizure coming on. So we want to make sure they're not distracted. And also that human handler may not have, you know, they may be anxious and they may not want to have that conversation with someone. So that might push them into a bad physical state.
So what happens now with the new law if somebody has a fake vest? What happens at that point to them?
So
Can they get a fine?
They can. Texas increased the fine to $1,000 and 30 hours of community service. But also, if you do try to fake your service dog going on an airplane, we have to fill out a federal form for that. And that can be a much bigger penalty, up to about $10,000 and possibly up to 5 years in prison.
If somebody thinks there's no way I could get busted for that, is it pretty obvious and it can happen pretty easily?
It's pretty obvious when you have an unstable, out of control dog out in public wearing a vest. Now, you can unfortunately buy those vests anywhere on Amazon or other retailers. So just because there is a vest does not mean it's a true service dog. But if it looks like a service dog and acts like a service dog, it's probably a service dog.
We have no doubt about this one. I mean, what an amazing animal. Thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
So good to talk to you, Alex.